Hi guys, I am Parvinder Randhawa from IBSL Ambala, India. So today I am going to do some of the reading topic, right? Tips on the reading, and in this case I have selected the questions from 15 to 21. So here the main thing is this one. First check the number of the paras, right? We have to do. Let's go to this page where the instructions are given. Please try to read the instructions always. They have given the time also according to us that we have to spend this time, and they said that there are 9 paragraphs in A to I in reading passage 2, and these are the list of headings from which we have to select our answers, right? So wide differences in leisure activities according to income, possible inconsistencies in Miss Costa data, more personal income and time influence leisure activities, investigating the lifestyle problem from a new angle, and increased income fail to benefit everyone. So these are the list of headings, that is from the number 1 to number 11, right? These are the questions, and in this one example is done for us, that is para number E, and the answers they have written here also. Fine, but we will try to do this also, whether it is an example, so that we can get the meaning. And these are the questions 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, right? So these are the things on which we have to work today, and these are the paragraphs. You can check please from A. Fine, so it's A para. So let's first check it, then we will start. So on this page there are up to F. So I will show you the next page also, right? This is the next page, GHI. So there are also 1, 2, 3 paras are there, right? So let's start from para A. Already around 3 minutes are over. So the topic is on the fun for the masses. This is my topic. So the line starts with that this one: Americans worry that the distribution of income is increasingly unequal, examining leisure spending changes that picture, right? So let's go to this one. So the para 1 states here, right? So we can say that examining leisure spending changes that picture. So are you better off than you used to be? Even after 6 years of sustained economic growth, Americans worry about the question. Economists who plumb 1 minute. My first important line is this one: are you better off than you used to be? Means today you are better, right? It means what I am doing here. The first tip is the question mark. People say about the, right, question mark is there. Second tip is about the compare, that how it's a comparison between two things or two times. Even after 6 years of sustained economic growth, Americans worry about that question. Economists who plumb government income statistics agree that American income, as measured in inflation, right, adjusted dollars, have risen more slowly in the past 2 decades than in earlier times, and that some workers' real income have actually fallen. They also agree that by almost any measure, income is distributed less equally than it used to be. Neither of those claims, however, sheds much light on whether. Neither of those claims, important by connector is there, check, right? Here also comparison was there, remember. So he said, shed much light on whether living standards are rising or falling. This is because, no, 1 minute. Are you better off than you used to be? So he said this is because living standard is a highly amorphous concept. Measuring how much people earn is relatively easy, at least compared with measuring how well they live. So in the first line he has given one thing also, that we are better than past, right? This is my first point. In the last he is saying living standard is highly amorphous concept, means very difficult concept we can say. Measuring how much people earn is relatively easy, at least compared with measuring how well they live, right? If we want to measure the people earning is easy, but if we want to measure, right, how they live, it's typical. So it means the thing is that, fine, so means he wants to check one thing, that we are better than past. So let's go to the this one, that is the number of the questions. So we'll check first thing here, why differences in leisure activities according to income. No, the talk is not this one, this is not the talk here. More personal income and time influence. No. Investigating the lifetime. No. Problems. There is no word here problem. They are just telling that we are better than past. So I don't think so. This is the answer. Increased income fail to benefit everyone. No way. Right. Because the thing is that he is not talking about any increased income, but he talked about one thing, that Americans' income as measured in inflation adjusted dollars have risen more slowly in the past 2 decades than in earlier times, and that some workers' real income have actually fallen. They also agree, right? So it means he has talked about this line, but he is not saying this one, that fail to benefit everyone, because here 2 factors are there. Some they have got benefit, some haven't got the benefit, right? A controversial development. No. Technology heightens differences in living standards. No word of technology is there. The gap between income and leisure spending closes. 2 factors have led to broader range of options for all. 2 factors. No way. Have people lifestyles improved? Question mark, right? So what is the first line? You can check. This is a paraphrase of the first line, right? The first line says, are you better off than you used to be? So what is here? Here is this one, right? That have people lifestyle improved? So this is the point here. Fine. So you can check. So it means, and in the last also para, let's go to the para again. In the last of the para also, this is question number 15 here, right? So just check, have people lifestyle improved? Are you better off than you used to be? One thing. Second, are you better? Right? This is because living standard is highly amorphous concept. Right? Measuring how much people earn is relatively easy as compared. So I think this is the best option. So that's why the answer of 15th is A. So I'll write on this way, because right, 15 is my 10. So I'm writing in the same style. So on the answer sheet also you have to write in the same style the answer, right? If it is written in this Roman numerals, so I have to write, these are the small Roman numerals, so you have to write in the same manner, right? After that we will go to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and last is your 21, right? Only para E he did, and he has given the answer to para E as third, right? So let's go to the next one. A recent paper by Dora Costa, right? So an economist at the MIT looks at living standards debate from an unusual direction. So the person has taken the unusual direction. So this is my keyword here. One thing, rather than connector, worrying about cash incomes, right? Miss Costa investigates American recreational habits over the past century. So she has, what she did, she just like we can say that recreational habits over the past century, she finds that people of all income levels have steadily increased the amount of time and money they devote to having fun. It means people are investing more in entertainment activities, right? The distribution of dollar incomes may have become more skewed in recent years, but leisure is more evenly spread than ever. So it means she is taking a living standards debate from an unusual direction. So what is the unusual direction here, right? Frank to you, because she investigates recreational habits of the people over the past century. So let's go to the again to our heading portion, right? So we have taken here we have underlined one thing also, that is unusual direction. Fine, because she has taken the debate to another thing, to somewhere else. So let's go to the, because we already read the number of the questions here in my previous videos on headings also. I told that first we have to underline the keywords on these also, right? So you can check the previous videos also. So the thing is that here, if I'll go for this one, I don't think so, right? Possible inconsistencies, she hasn't shown any kind of inconsistencies. Consistent means same, in means you understand it's the opposite, right? Because we try to check by the root of the word. So he said in fourth you can check investigating the lifestyle problem from a new angle. So is anything, if I'll go to the fifth one, is also saying failed to benefit everyone, but she is taking the step from another thing, that is recreational activity. Then he said a controversial development. I don't think so there is any word technology is also not, the controversial is also not there. Gap between she hasn't any shown the gap. Higher earners, I don't think so she has talked. According to her, that she find people of all income. So I don't want to give the higher earners, right? Because tips always take time, frank to you, right? So tips always take time, because here I am trying to make you understand. I am not trying to make myself understand. But when I have to do my test, then I have to just make myself understand. But when I am doing on this for my video uploads, then I am doing to make these questions understandable to everyone, right? So it means the people who are watching these videos, they may be average people, they may be excellent people, right? And they may be below average people. So every criteria or every category of people are just like they are trying to watch videos. So try to understand this thing, please, right? Because if some people, they may give this answer also, right, benefit everyone, but he said that all income levels have steadily increased. Fine. So he said higher earner spends. So it means there is a contradiction on these things, and this is a contradiction because his income, he is not talking about the income. The person is only talking about the, rather than worrying about cash incomes, it means the person is not talking. So how can I give the answer of fifth, or how can I give the answer of this one 11th? Because these are cross words here, right? The writer has crossed these words. The writer has only used this thing, that look the living standards debate from an unusual direction. So what is the unusual direction? You can check the number 4th here, investigating the lifestyle problems, because she is investigating the from a new angle. So we have to check that whether the person is right. So because living standards, what are the living standards? Lifestyle. What is lifestyle? The day starts from morning till evening or night when you, and sleeping also is part of your lifestyle. Where are you sleeping? So lifestyle means the complete direction of your 24 hours, right? So this is the thing here, right? So she has taken the lifestyle living standards debate from an unusual direction, and this is paraphrase language of this one. So in this one tip I also want to give on heading, because headings maybe in the first sentence or in the last sentence I have given lots of tips. But one thing also, whenever you select any kind of heading, just to try to check whether this heading is in cut with these words or not. If suppose I am going to understand this heading, that is my I am going to give the answer of this one, that is my question number 16, right? That is my para number B. Yes, I have checked it here. So my heading is 4, right? I am saying that my heading is 4. So let me prove myself that whether I am wrong or I am right. Fine. Investigating the lifestyle. So living standard is written here. Fine. So then he looks right, investigate. He said, then he has written one thing also, do this way also, lifestyle problem, right? From a new angle, right? Debate is there. From an unusual direction. So complete match is there. Let's go to the para number C. Fine, you can check this one. So, and in this one, para number E she did, right? So they did for us, you can check, right? So C is unsolved here. So let's go to the para number C. So he said that Miss Costa bases her research, right, on conception surveys dating back as far as 1888. So date is there. The industrial workers surveyed in that year spend on average 3/4 of their income. 3/4 comes out to be around 75%. Calculation should be in your mind always. Of their incomes on food, shelter and clothing, that is the basic need of life. Less than 2% of average family income was spent on leisure, so 2%, but the average hid large disparities, right? The share of family budget that was spent on having fun rose sharply with its income. So this is a kind of we can say that a line, that is a graph line, right? Graph line, we can say. The lowest income families in this working class sample spend barely 1% of their budgets on recreation. Fine. So then he said that while higher earners spend more than 3%, only the later group. So what the person is doing, the person is comparing the things, could afford such extravagant, right, as theatre and concert. So extravagant is a word here which means just like lavish lifestyles, right? Concert performance which were relatively much more expensive than are today, right? So he said what the person is saying. What the person is saying, that one thing you can check, that the industrial worker survey she did. So according to her, they are spending less than 2% of their income. So there is a large disparities here. Fine, you can check. Less than 2% of average family income was spent on leisure, but that average hit right large disparities. Fine. So but is also we know that it's a connector, and what we use when we want to cross something, we want to go against something, right? So why the writer is going against his own point, that less than 2% of the average family income was spent on leisure, but that average hid large disparities are there. Fine. Then he said that the share of family budget that was spent on having fun rose sharply with its income. Means the person who is getting higher income, right, their leisure activities are better, and this is happening in today's time also, everybody knows. So it means this topic is taken from my life, we can say also, whether this topic is based on the America and dated back also, right? So if I go to this one, so what do you think? Let's start from the one, why differences in leisure activities according to income. See, means income, according to income there is a difference of leisure activities. And check this line also, we can go with the cutting also. He said large disparities. So why differences are there, right? He said in leisure activities according to income, he said less than 2% of average family income is there spent, and 1% of the budgets on recreation, and 3% higher earners spend, they spend 3%. So here also he has given us a contrast. The lowest income families in this working class spends barely 1%, while higher spend this one. Later group could afford. That's another thing, means that's going on for another explanation. So there is no inconsistencies. Fine. Personal income and time influence is not here, because they are talking about income and leisure activity, right? If I'll go to this one, I have already given, so they haven't written that you can choose more than once, right? So why should I think about fourth? This will, right? So I have given increased income. No, yeah, 1 minute. Increased income. So whether there is increased income is not written here, right? It is the data of the past years and there is no word increase, but they have written one thing. Yes, we can check. That was spent on having fun rose sharply with its income, right? With its income that is spent rose sharply. So they are saying that fail to benefit everyone, but they are saying that people are getting benefit who have higher income. They are enjoying their life. Then sorry, controversial development offers no way, right? Technology node, the gap between this and this, no. 2 factors, I don't think so. This I have given, so why to waste time on this one? Higher earners. So which one is the best answer? That is my one, right? Because wide difference in leisure activities according to income, and the complete line is written here, to large disparities. And why my other answers are wrong? Because I have given you the reasons also, right? If you want to give another answers, we will get the problem also. Fine. So let's go to the next section. Now what the next section says? That is my para number D. Since those days, leisure has steadily become less of a luxury. So it is become less of a luxury. So it's not a luxury at since those days. The personal is here. The average household needed to devote only 38% of its income on basic necessities. So there is a kind of calculation here. Was able to spend 6% on recreation. Moreover, Ms. Costa finds that the share of the family budget spent on leisure now rises much less sharply with income than it used to be. So there is a here connector is there. Moreover, then we say that finds that the share of the family budget spent on leisure now rises much less sharply with income than it used to be. I think you understand this line. At the beginning of this century, family recreational spending tended to rise by 20% for every 10% rise in income. So it is almost double. You can check please. 70 to 73, a 10% gain led to roughly a 15% rise in recreational spending, and the increase fell to only 13% in 1991. What this implies is that, so my answer is in this line. Why this line? Because implies he is using conclusion. Americans of all income levels are now able to spend much more of their money on having fun. It means, so the Americans of all income levels means whatever may be, right? So he said that Americans of all income level, they are now able to spend much more of their money on family fun, right? And second thing, the Costa finds share of the family budget spent. Moreover, you can check the connector is there, right? So connector is there, they have used here connector. He said Costa finds that share of the family budget spent on leisure now rises much less sharply with income, right? So leisure now rises much sharply than it used to be. So these two lines, this one and this one, you can check both lines. And he is saying Americans of all income levels are now able to spend much more of their money on having fun. They are enjoying more fun in their life. So first I have given right already. So why to waste time on this one? So there is no this word here. More personal income, time influence, time is not there. So why to spend time here? Like increased incomes fail to benefit. He is saying everybody is benefited out. Controversial development offers cheap leisure activity, no way. Technology is not there. Gap between income, right, and leisure spending closes. So gap between income and leisure. So this is my income, this is my leisure. He's according to that one is close now. Close means here means just like we can say that means every person is enjoying his life here, and it is written in the last line also. And if we check this one also, it's clear written that share of the family budget spent on leisure now rises much sharply with income than it used to be. So there are two things which are written here, and these two things are in close with this one, right? So this is in close with this one, that closes, because these are this in this para what the this research shows whatever is the income, people are enjoying more life now, whatever is the income. So the graph is going in this manner, right? So graph is going this manner. If I look, there is no talk about two factors. This I have given. So high earners I don't think so, because they have written in the last line all income. So that's why now I am going in easy way, because I already did cutting of various headings which I did, right? So I will go to the 8 one, because the gap between this and this is rising. So my 18 answer is 8. So let me check also whether we have written 15, 16, 17, 18, because 18 is my para number D. So I am right here. 15 is my para number A, B, C, D. Now I have to drop E, but I want to do, right? Because may I get a new technique according to the solution also, because the answer of this is given 3. One obvious cause is that real income overall has risen. If Americans in general are richer, their consumption of entertainment goods is less likely, right, to be affected by changes. Less likely is future going to be, right? It's a future prediction. So he said in their income, but is there again, cross is there, but Miss Costa reckons that rising incomes are responsible for at most half of the changing structure of leisure spending. Much of the rest may be due to the fact that poorer Americans have more time off. Now time is talk here. Then much of the rest may be due to the fact that poorer Americans have more time off than they used to. In earlier years, low wage workers faced extremely long hours and enjoyed few days off, but just is 40. So he is talking about that the current changes is there about the time. Due to time, people are spending more on their leisure things. So let's go to the third one, why he gave the answer third. So he said more personal income and time influence leisure. I think so. So where is personal income is written, more time is written, we have read, right? For poorer Americans, long wage were faced off, since the less skilled have worked even few hours. This is about the time only. So if we go in general, if Americans in general are richer, right? likely to be affected. So in general, so and one obvious, their real income overall has risen. So they have clearly written here. So that's the right answer. Third, that's why they did an example. Well, what's the benefit of doing example? We get the we can say idea of the writer, right, and the solution maker also, that how the solution they are made, right. So in this, what we have learned from here, one thing we have learned, that if whatever heading I am going to give, I have to cut each and every word, that whether these words are available in the passage or not. If the words are available, naturally my answers are right. If the words are not available, my answers are not right. So let's go to the next one, that is F, and question number is this one. So let's go to this one. Conveniently, I think this video may go in vast time. So Americans have had an increasingly number of recreational possibilities to choose from. So they have increasing number of recreational possibilities to choose from. Public investment in sports complexes, parks and golf courses has made leisure cheaper and more accessible. So here the tone is changed. How the tone is changed? He said public investment in sport complexes, people can go there. Parks, people can go there. Golf courses, people can go there. Has made present perfect tense up to at this time. Leisure cheaper and more accessible. So too has the technological innovation. So technology word I have learned from here, and right, because it's written in the heading number 7 also, but I'm not giving the answer. Let me check, but I have got here. Where listening to music used to imply paying for concert tickets or owning a piano, the invention of the radio made music accessible to everyone and virtually free. Compact disc, videos and other, right, paraphernalia have widened the choice even further. So he is telling about the choices of the people, that how we can say that people are getting more recreational facilities. So I think F ends here. Right, there is nothing. Conveniently, Americans have had an increasing number of recreational possibilities to choose from, right. They have the increasing number of possibilities. First is the public investment in sports, right. This is the first thing. Second is your technology. So there are two things which has changed the people, right. First, the mind of the public investment. Second is about the technological innovation. The radio is in the hand of people, according to the para. And if I go to this one now, this is not there. Increase incomes, I don't think so. They are talking about, they are saying that the other factors are there. So I think the technology heightens difference in living standards. Note that technology has given radio in our hand, but where they have written living standards, I haven't got it, right. You can check this one. And then he said one thing also, two factors have led to, right, broader range of options for a. So what are the broader ranges here? First is public investment. So people can go to parks. Who has more money, they can go to golf complexes. People can go to sports complexes. So right, cheaper and more accessible. Second is technological innovation. So these are the two things who has changed the world. So 9th is the right answer of 19th. That is, two factors have led to broader range, and this is the reason. So what I'll do rest of the, I think 2 questions are left. So in the next let me try in this one, because time we have already spent around 28 minutes. So 2 are left here, I think so. Para number G and H, 2 are left, 20 and 21. So let's try in fast manner. At a time when many economists are pointing accusing fingers at technology for causing a widening inequality in the wages of skilled and unskilled, so there is a contradiction here. Ms. Costa research gives a much more right egalitarian face. High earners have always been able to afford amusement. By lowering the price of entertainment, technology has improved the standard of living of those in the lower end of the income distribution. The implication of her results is once recreation is taken into account. So why I have gone to this line, the implication? So because the thing is that I have given, because I have written the lot of the things here, that this is the implication. What is the implication here? I have to find this implication. If I'll get this implication, the answer is with me. The difference in Americans' living standards may have not widened so much after all. The one's creation is the differences in American living standards. By lowering the price of entertainment, technology has improved the standard of living. I think so. You have got the answer. We already read. So why to go here and there and waste the time, right? So there is very nice answer. You can check this one. Fine. So by lowering the, they have the right. So he said this like by by low, let's go to the this one. They had those in the lower end of the income distribution. So technology word is there. Let's check first this one. Heightens differences in, it hasn't heightened the, it has given opportunity to all. So I don't think so. This is my answer. May people give this also, right? So I'm at the question number 20th. Fine. So I have to go with this one, that which one G, which one is left. I don't think so. This one I have only, how many options are there? I have this one. I think 8 I did, right? So I have these options only, 1, 2, 3 and 4 options are available. So why a controversial development offers cheaper leisure activities, and he said that people are giving controversies. There is a controversies on this one, right? So they are causing a widening inequality. People are saying, but this person is saying that this price of entertainment technology has improved the standard of living. So I think so 6 is the best controversial development. Of what is the controversial development? The technology, cheap leisure activities, cheaper. So it has improved the lower and by lowering the price of the entertainment. So you can check the answer. So 6th is the right answer. We can check for the complete matching here. So this is the para. So 20th I am giving the 6th one, right? You can check please. And why I dropped the 7th one? Because 7th, the technology heightens differences in living standards, they have written. So one left. Let's go to this one. Fine. Last one. He said these findings are not watertight. Very nice. So check this word, write in your writings also, right? They are not watertight. They are not very much right according to this. Results depend heavily upon what exactly is classed as the recreational expenditure. Reading is an example. This was the most popular leisure activity of working men in 1888, accounting for 1/4 of all recreation spending in 1991. Reading took only 16% of American right dollar, but the American Department of Labor expenditure surveys do not distinguish between the purchase of a mathematics tom and that of best-selling novel. Both are classified as recreational expenses. If more money is being spent on textbook, professional now, then this could make recreational spending appear stronger than really is. So these findings are not watertight. So I think so you got my point from where I am going to be, right? These means whatever findings the lady did that are not accurate according to the time, because she classified, she has taken the recreational expenditure, depend heavily upon reading is an example, but it was most possible, right? That was the, and 1/4 of all recreational spending, and this is a spending, but I think so Costa has not taken into account. So that's why these findings are not beneficial or not, means there is some controversy. Both are classified as recreational expenses. If more money is spent on textbooks and professional, why to read so much? These findings are not watertight. So first line says this one. So how many answers are left here? This I did, I think so. You can check. So I don't think so, because they are finding the inconsistencies in the Costa data. They are saying that her data is not right because these findings are not watertight. So best option is my second one, right? So that's why in the last two I did in a fast manner. So fine. So this is all the things. So please check these questions properly. I have shown all the paras to you. Fine. And please like, comment and share my YouTube channel, that is Parvinder Randhawa Guru, and be in just like the part of my reading. And please, I am getting lot of messages. Sometimes I am very much busy and I can't find